This episode is brought to you by the Roxbury Urban Dive Bar, located at 1743 Grafton Street, right on the corner there of Grafton, right across from the Scotiabank Center. Make sure to hit up Roxbury before a Moosehead game. You'll get a lot cheaper drinks, cheaper food than what you'll pay in there at the Scotiabank Center. At the Roxbury, $5 food all day, all night. You cannot beat that. They have a DJ 7 nights a week. On Sunday night, consider it Sin Sundays. That is an industry night. $3 shots and $6 doubles, $5 pints. Prices like that you cannot beat downtown Halifax. Wednesday night, consider it 90s night. The Boozy Brunch, $5 food, $15 pitchers of Caesar. That is a weekend special. Whenever you're hungover, get in there, get some brunch, $5 food, $15 pitchers of Caesar. That is a great bang for your buck. And remember, when you are supporting the Roxbury, you are directly supporting the High Button. So make sure to get into the Roxbury, get some food, get some drinks, get some good service, and you'll be all right. Give me a test.
Test.
All right, we're going, Julie. Welcome to the High Button.
Ooh, this is so exciting.
Are you nervous?
No, not really.
Your media comfortable?
Yeah, no. This sage is helping though. I'm liking this.
I'm telling you, most people don't give it credit. They think, oh no, I'm fine. But
no, I love it.
The sage, that's what I'm trying to call. I call it incense. It's sage. Okay, sage.
Yeah, you sage the room down here. It's perfect. I love it. It's actually very nice.
Good. I'm happy you're comfortable. So, I said, welcome. How's life?
Like is really good actually at the moment. Yeah. I'm kind of sad though. I'm not gonna lie.
What's up?
Just because the change of season. I don't know if people like suffer with that, but going from like summer, fall, and then the winter, kind of kills me.
Most people like the fall. That's the
oh yeah, it's the ultimate sweater weather. Like I love what I look like. Like I love the layered look.
Okay.
But I don't know, just very sad. I don't know. I like Christmas and then I want summer again, January 1st. So that's all what's going on.
I'm a big Christmas guy as well. I like fall, but Christmas is where it's at. It's my birthday in December and then plus exciting. Christmas. So December is my month.
Oh, that is a good month.
When's your birthday?
August. So I'm a summer baby. That's the problem. That's why I love the beach weather. Like I love that kind of, that's my vibe.
Where's your favorite beach you've been to? I know you've done some traveling, so you've seen some beaches.
Oh, this is tough. This is so tough. Because I'm an ex-flight attendant and I always get asked like where to go. Like everyone's like, if you had to pick one spot in the world. And then I'm like, well, that's so hard. Because like, what are you looking for? But I mean, I don't know if I had to pick, like, are we doing like local beaches?
No. Worldwide.
Oh God, that's so hard.
Okay, well give me just top 5. Like just give me like one that you just top of the head. You don't have to really just think really quickly. Okay,
well if I had to pick, because I'm being biased because my fiance, he's South African, so you got to give it to Cape Town.
Wow.
Like just because I have to represent South Africa.
Cape Town. That's, Casey Neistat. He's a YouTube guy. His wife is from Cape Town and he like vlogs down there. Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
No, but I need to get on that. I need to see.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I have to find out who this person is.
No, you go.
No, I haven't seen this person that you're talking about though. Like his YouTube, is he always like vlogging down there? And
not always. His wife is from down there, so they live in New York and they'll do like travel vlogs down to Cape Town, and whenever they land,
it is stunning.
What's that?
There's like, so there's a couple different, if you want to go to Cape Town, there's like Table Mountain, which is like that iconic kind of mountain range that's kind of, they built the city around it. So you have kind of this, these areas called Camps Bay. Like my dream is to have a house in Clifton Beach. So that's like my ultimate, but you have to have like $25 million just laying in your bank account.
It's pricey to live there.
Yeah. Now the Europeans, there's just so much like European money down there.
Yeah.
And it's just boomed in the last couple of years. So Cape Town but it's stunning. It's beautiful.
Is it dangerous there? I've heard things.
Yeah, see, that's the stigma. I mean, I think all of Africa, you got to get you got to be street smart. I mean, definitely Cape Town is like the safest city that I would say in all of South Africa.
Yeah.
But I think you definitely need to like do some research, make sure you kind of have your arranged transport. But Cape Town's very safe though.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you ever go hike up that mountain you were talking about that surrounds the city, that's in the middle of the city? Sorry.
Yes. So I've gone up Table Mountain, but I took the actual gondola car, but I did climb Lion's Head. And my husband, I call him my husband because you're
jumping to conclusions.
I know. I say my partner, my love. I call him like many different things.
Okay.
But no, we did Lion's Head, and that's like in front of Table Mountain. Mm-hmm. And he lied to me and said it was going to be like 45 minutes. He was like, it's going to be quick. Like, it's just a quick.
That's a classic lie for anyone that wants to bring a partner on a hike.
It was like, I couldn't get over it. Like, it was out of control. Yeah. It was out of control. I didn't know that we had to like freehand climb up. Like, it was just like, I thought it was going to be a trail, because it's very deceiving when you get to Lion's Head. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you just start like rock climbing, and was not mentally prepared. Like, I'm the type of person that if you're like, I'm very black or white. Okay. So if it's going to be like, this is going to be awful, I can mentally like prepare. Okay. But he just totally was like, it's going to be just like, we're going to go for a walk on the beach. And I was like, no.
How long was it?
I think it took us an hour and a half to get up, because we ended up we had to stop a couple times, because like there's parts of this like cliff that like if the people are coming from the top, you have to wait for them to come down. So you could probably do it, yes, in 45 minutes if no one was on that mountain. But yeah.
Did you pack a lunch?
Yeah, that was another thing. Like, I'm a planner, and I only had like water, and that's all I had. Like, I didn't even have like an apple, like
granola bar.
No. Like, I literally was the most unprepared human being going up Lion's Head. Yeah, not a good look. Not a good look for an event planner.
Yeah.
No, but I did get some great Instagram shots, so.
That's what it's all about.
All about the shots, right?
That's good.
Yeah, So anyways, if anyone wants to go to Cape Town, hit me up. I'll give you like the full itinerary, because we have a host down there, so.
I want to go.
Yeah, you should definitely come with us.
Is it like the opposite season? Like right now, is it summer there?
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
That was top of my head. I just guessed that.
Yeah, so they're the complete opposite, which is perfect for somebody like myself who's Canadian. Mm-hmm. Then I can always have
the opposite. That's good. So you say you're an event planner and you're getting married.
Yes.
Are you planning your own wedding, or?
Not so much right now.
Really? Because you're busy with other things.
It's just like, it's kind of complicated because I'm Canadian, so I'm from the East. Like, I rep Halifax all the way. But then I have I moved to Dubai. So I have like a Dubai family. So I have now my South African family. So I have like these, like, I have to somehow incorporate, I pretty much have to have 3 weddings. So this is where we're at.
That's rough.
Yeah. So I have to have like one in Halifax for like Halifax-based family members. And then I have to have one kind of international, kind of for all my international like friends. And then I have to have one in South Africa for all the based family members.
So your fiance's family's in South Africa?
Yeah, they're like based there.
And then your family's from here?
Yes.
Oh, that is...
Yeah, so you try to coordinate that. Yeah, exactly.
What are you going to do for like Christmas?
Which, like this Christmas?
Yeah, like when you guys become married.
Well, I think I'm going to go down there this year. Okay. So we were here last year. Yeah. So we alternate.
Okay.
But yeah, we have a very different lifestyle. Yeah. Like, for those who have just like met me, I'm an entrepreneur, but I live a very strange lifestyle. Like, it doesn't make sense to the average person.
Well, you'd rather live a strange lifestyle than a normal lifestyle, I think.
Oh, 100%. But it's kind of that, it's hard for people to understand it, because coming from the East, like, everybody kind of high school, university, and then maybe you'll go and get a master's, PhD. But for me, I kind of hit like at 18, I left.
Why is that, do you think?
Why did I leave? Yeah. Or
did you have when you were younger, did you have a straight idea of what you wanted to do? Or when you hit 18, did you think, oh, I don't want to go to university, I want to try a different path?
Yeah, exactly. That was 100% me.
Really?
Yeah. So I didn't, I got into St. Mary's. Okay. I was thinking about doing it. And then I was always wanting to find a career that would allow me to travel, but safely, and do it 5-star and have it paid for. So that's why the flight attending just made complete sense. I was like, I can get paid to travel. Why would I not do that? And yeah, so I watched and I researched. I heard about other flight attendants that if you do your schedule accordingly, you can still go to school and have a full-time career. So yeah, I did that.
It's interesting how at 18 you were able to make that decision. I feel at 18 a lot of people feel the pressure to say, you know what, society says go to university, society says stay in school.
Exactly.
And you just, you know, essentially had the balls to be like, no.
I know. I don't know where I got them from. To be honest, like looking back at kind of my whole like family demographic, for me to like really say, no, I'm going to do it. Yeah. That was, I still am, I applaud myself, like that little baby Julie. Yeah. Like, awesome, girl. Like, I held my own. But one thing was kind of strange is that when I did decide to, like, you can talk a lot, like, I talked a lot of shit. I'm a shit talker, I'll be honest. I'm an entrepreneur, a businesswoman. There you go.
I won't make fun of you. Don't worry about it.
It's awesome. But I mean, when I was like, okay, now we're moving to Toronto, because I got hired with Canada's national air carrier. So they moved me to Toronto. Okay. And then I was like, I know nobody in Toronto. Ugh. And that was scary. Like those lonely points, you know, when you make that decision to kind of branch away from the university life, and like my friends were going to like Frosh Week and parties, and I was, you know, in initial ground school up in Toronto, evacuating an aircraft, you know. Like that was
different.
Yeah, completely different. And then I'm like, oh, I want to go see my friends, because they gave me amazing flight passes so I could come home for like my days off.
That's nice.
Next to nothing. Yeah. I'd bring my laundry home.
So on the other side of being a flight attendant, like other than, you know, traveling the world, all that great stuff, it sounds awesome, but there must be an opposite side to it. You said it's lonely. You said there's times where it can't be as fun. Is there anything else to the other side of it that maybe isn't like the best, that it's not the glamorous side of it maybe?
Oh, there's lots of non-glamour. Like, well, I mean, like the wake-up calls, the jet lag, you're eating at different hours, like your whole schedule is like thrown upside down. I mean, if you're just starting out, I mean, the Canadian aviation, it's all about your seniority. So you have to like put in the time to be able to get like holidays off. So I worked every holiday. I mean, you had to, so I missed a lot of Christmases. I missed a lot of social events just as a young teenager of 18, and I was on board that aircraft.
Do you get paid more if you're working holidays as in flight attendant, or
there's a couple holidays like Christmas Day, you get like double time or time and a half. Okay. But I'm not sure because you're union in Canadian. So like I worked for a Canadian aviation company, and then I worked overseas internationally. So that's why I'm talking about each one's different. Yeah. But in Canada it's unionized, so there is certain rules and regulations where you have to get paid double.
Do you know how, like when you became a flight attendant, you must have gone through the training where you have to jump off that slide? I've always been nervous about that slide. Did you ever have to do that?
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Is it easy?
Awesome. It is. It gets you. It's a slip and slide. It's the ultimate.
But you must be going really quick when you get down there. How do you brace yourself for when you hit the bottom?
When you brace for, what are we ditching in? Are we ditching in land or sea?
Land.
Land?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, well, in a perfect situation, the able-bodied passenger is supposed to go down the slide. So the people that you briefed at the window, they should be actually at the bottom of the slide to help passengers up. Oh, so, okay. And ladies have to take off their like high heels
because they could like puncture the slide.
Exactly. So they ask all. Yes, this is a perfect scenario. If a plane has, that's awful. Like knock on wood. I'm like not.
I had a little bit of a fear when I was younger of flying, and then I always used to remember thinking of the flight attendants. I'd be like, these flight attendants would not have this job if they thought the plane was going down. They would not work here. So I just put my head in a flight attendant's mind frame. Like, if they're doing it, I can get on the plane and sit here. And it kind of helped me get over
I love passengers like you guys.
Do you?
Like I mean, I'm not gonna I was the ultimate flight attendant. I was like, I have to give myself credit. Like I loved my job, and that's why like I stopped, because I didn't enjoy it. So when I know that I'm not enjoying something, I move on if I'm not gonna give it 110%. But yeah, so I would love passengers like you. I'm like, it's okay, don't worry. Like I was always reassuring. Yeah. I mean, I've had some sketchy situations, I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
like what?
I mean, God, passengers, well, they lose all common sense sometimes when they get on the plane, and you're tired, you're fatigued, you just gone through, I mean, U.S. customs. I mean, you might as well that's awful. I mean, sometimes people come on and they're just disheveled and they're just a mess, right? Yeah. So anyways, but yeah, I always kind of, I've been hit by lightning Yeah, I did. I actually got hit by lightning once. Yep. The tail of the plane. Yeah, that was crazy. What else was there? I mean, passengers, like, sometimes you guys drink way too much in, like, the lounge. Love, yeah.
The VIP lounge.
Yeah. Or just, whatever, the airport lounge. It doesn't matter. But, yeah.
Have you ever flown into Vegas? Like, there must have been some flights to Vegas that are crazy.
Well, I mean, everybody's drinking. Yeah. Even going to Newfoundland is a party.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Gander, St. John's.
That's true.
I used to do that Fort Mac one a lot. Like, and they would be open that bar, know? And so, hey, whatever. All for it. I was like, enjoy. You only live once, right? So but again, like, please, like, in moderation, just because.
Respect the flight attendants, please.
Or, there's kind of, you're having a good time, or you're going to Montego Bay for an all-inclusive resort. You know what I mean? Like, of course you're in a happy mood. Mm-hmm. I get it. I'm not like, so I'd always be like, look, like, here's some extra, like, or, what are you looking for? Like, I always, But the good thing about when I worked overseas, like when I worked in Dubai at Emirates, all the drinks were comped. So there was no payment on the aircraft. So all your alcohol, everything's included, even if you're in economy.
That first class video on Emirates on YouTube.
Isn't it amazing?
Isn't it true there's like a shower on board? Yeah. Have you ever showered on the plane?
I wasn't allowed to shower, but I like set up the shower for people.
Unreal.
I know.
Do you ever run into any celebrities on the Emirates flights?
So I did do, there was a couple. I ran into Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Oh, yeah. So I wasn't serving them, but they were in the first class cabin.
Sick.
And she's breathtaking. Like, she is the most stunning human being, and nice and like personable, and he was like a gem. Like, they were amazing.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of like high up like sheikhs, people from the Middle East, like
what does
families.
A sheikh mean?
So they're kind of like, like the Duchess and Dutch.
Okay.
They're kind royalty. Of like royalty with amongst the, that kind of realm, the Middle East vibes. Yeah. So we've had a lot of like family members that are very high up politically, and then we had a lot of soccer players, football,
rich
and
guys.
I feel terrible because like Emirates is like a major sponsor for like all of these sports teams and rugby, and I didn't know any because I grew up with ice hockey. I'm like, do you guys know Sidney Crosby? No, nobody. Like, who are you? Like, so
you probably flew with Messi and didn't even know it. Or Ronaldo.
I have had, but I had the old Ronaldo when I went to Rio.
Oh, the long-haired guy?
Yeah, he's the retired one.
Yeah.
I think I
think I know. I think we're talking about the same person. I'm not that.
Well, I think did he have the cocaine problem or something? Wasn't he the bad boy?
I have no idea. Oh, you might have been thinking of.
He's like older. He's like old.
I'm not sure.
Ronaldinho? I'm just making this.
Yes.
Is it
that rung a bell?
Does that not ring something?
I'm terrible with soccer guys' names.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So it doesn't make I feel like I was the only one.
No, don't feel bad.
Yeah.
You're fine.
So I had no idea who pretty much all these people were.
But that kind of helps. So then you didn't fanboy out on them.
No, not at all. I had no idea at all. But when I was in Canada, I had Bobby Orr and Bobby Hall. Yeah, Bobby so that was pretty awesome.
They say he's the best player still to this day.
Yes, and they were awesome. So I had them. I served them in business class.
Cool.
But those are like hockey players. I'm trying to think who else. Like, I think I had Justin Bieber though.
Bieber?
I think I did because
How would you not know?
Because this is the thing, and I swear to it. So I was doing Toronto, Atlanta.
Okay.
And it was right before he still had that like hair bang going. The
famous hair.
Yeah. And he came on with his guitar and he was like, I don't know where to put this. And, normally like it's not allowed, like it should be like checked with the agent and it should have been charged like $1 million. So I was just being like a great flight attendant and I was like, don't worry. And he was so cute because I remember this bang. And I'm busy, right? Because I'm boarding. It's not just I have like, I have lots going on just in general, like to get the plane like on time, out on time. So anyways, I swear I had Justin Bieber because I took his, he was sitting in economy, took his guitar and I put it in like the front storage. So, and I think that I should like get a credit or something.
Yeah, because if you didn't get that guitar on,
he would never have got that deal with Usher. I don't know, or Justin, whoever you got signed with.
It was Usher, I think.
Did he not get? Who did he get signed with?
It was
He was
Usher,
signed to some label,
Atlantic
right?
Records, maybe.
Yeah.
Scooter Braun, not Scooter.
I don't know. Anyways, but I think I should get a cut for putting that guitar on the aircraft for him and not charging.
100%.
And yeah, I think he slept too. I just remember him like, yeah.
You think he slept?
Yeah, I think he slept. He slept the whole way. But yeah, Anyways, flight attending. Anyways, boys and girls out there.
Yeah.
Best decision I ever made.
All right.
I think so. So if you're looking to travel the world and just see it and get paid for it, 150,000% do it.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good advice.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely.
So how did you know when your time was up with it though? You were bored. You weren't giving it your all. How did you know you wanted to become a different profession?
Well, I always knew I wanted to be a businesswoman.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always had that in mind.
Mm-hmm. But
again, gaining experience and things like that, I wanted to see the world. That was definitely my top list to do. And then when I just was not feeling it, like I think everybody has this like gut feeling and these voices in their head that kind of, propel you to do something else. So when I kind of knew it was coming to an end, and just it was taking a toll on my body. And I wanted to work at the world's best airline. That was always a dream of mine, to work in the Middle East. Emirates. Yeah. And that was, once I kind of got to that goal of mine, I was like, all right, now I need to challenge myself again. And let's start from scrap again, which that's hard to do. Like, again, have no idea how I got the balls to do it. No idea. And
it's interesting you say those voices and those feelings, because those are a true thing. I think a lot of successful people get those, and I think it's just becoming comfortable. It sounds like you became comfortable as an airline attendant. That's one thing with me. Whenever I become comfortable in a situation, it's like, get the fuck out of here. Exactly. I got to find something else.
Exactly. Yeah. So I totally agree with those feelings. You should definitely be in tune with them as an individual.
So what was the next step?
The next step. So I didn't want to leave Dubai. So I was over there and I was just loving it. Like I fell in love for the first, I wouldn't say first time, but I felt like this was like more of an adult relationship than I had previously. I think people can recognize those high school, teenage years, and then you kind of move into your, young 20s, and then
you got to start buying groceries.
Oh, no, not in Dubai. You get those delivered. I got those. You can actually, Dubai made me the most laziest human being.
Well, they have a lot of servants over there.
Yeah, they really do.
Okay. Well.
I don't think they're just like, they're just, cheap labor, I guess you can say.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it politely and politically correct. So
it's fine.
Yeah, so there's laborers over there or workers that they just have those services. If you go to a convenience store, you can just get everything delivered at the same price.
By Amazon?
No, and you don't have to wait like Prime or a day. It comes right away. So I would call this when I lived in Dubai Marina. So I would call this one convenience store. It was called Jammy Jam.
Jammy Jam. I like it already.
Jammy Jam. And I could actually see them from my apartment, pick up the phone. And I'd be like, oh, hi, hello, it's me. Time, place, 80. That was my building. Yeah. They're like, okay, madame. And then I would just put my order in of everything, and they would just bring it, pay cash, and they didn't charge a fee.
You tip?
No, Dubai, you don't tip. You
don't tip in Dubai?
No, it's not like you could, but it's very rare. No, you don't really do it. No, it's not. It's not. Here in North America, it's kind of like
custom.
It's a custom, or it's on the debit machine. You can
15%.
pick it. There's none of that over there. No. Nothing.
I wonder, is it considered rude to tip? Because I know in some Asian cultures, if you tip and if you don't finish your food, it's considered rude. I wonder if it's like that.
Yeah, they don't recognize it. It's not like a thing. I mean, they don't think it's rude. I mean, if you give, the guy money, I mean, he's clearly going to be like, thank you so much. But it's not frowned upon like it would be here.
Oh.
People would give you a side eye, but not in Dubai. I mean, I haven't been there in 2 years, so I'm speaking on...
I'm sure it hasn't changed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm thinking.
Dubai, have you ever been to that indoor ski resort? Oh, I want to go there so bad. That looks unreal.
It's so much fun.
How big is it? And is the
not
snow
big at all.
like?
It is snow.
It's accurate snow.
Yeah, it is. It's as best, like, it is good. I mean, it's good. It's really good to make snowballs if you're trying to make like
I've made a
snowman. Like, there's different types of snow.
Yeah.
Like there's like the fluffy and blah blah blah. But yeah.
So what kind of snow is it?
It's like the snowball one.
Fluffy packing snow.
Yeah, you can pack it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's like like that fluffy kind of. It's more harder.
Oh,
that makes sense. But it doesn't hurt.
Okay.
'Cause I've had
Do they get upset if you throw snowballs?
No.
What about snowmen?
No.
They don't get up. No.
Well, you kind of. It's kind of weird. So you like walk in, and then they have this like lower level where there's like slides, and they'll have like a different activity. So like there's penguins.
Wait, whoa.
This is Dubai.
So wait, they have penguins.
They have penguins
that you
like,
can go up
walk
and pet?
around. Yeah. Like they're like at the bottom.
What's a penguin's attitude like? Are they friendly? Do they bite?
They're like just like any kind of like. They remind me of like a pigeon. Like they're actually nicer than a pigeon. They just kind of waddle around.
Do they make sounds? Do they like?
Yeah, they quack a little bit.
They quack?
Yeah, they have like a little like squeak to them, a squeal. They talk amongst each other.
Really?
Yeah, they're all like friends. I'm actually kind of making that up. I'm hoping they're all friends. They all get along. These penguins that live in Dubai Ski Hill at the Mall of Emirates.
I wonder if a penguin that's like getting flown into Dubai
knows it's going. Probably, I would.
Fuck, it's hot here.
I know. They're like, what is going on? No, I know. They just end up at like this little ski hill. The ski hill is like, it takes you like 2 seconds to go down.
Oh, so it's not a big hill at all.
No. Like I'm a skier. So like, I'm like really, but I mean, it's awesome because like you're in 45-degree heat.
And then you get to go in this ice box.
You get to go in this ice box. So, I mean, tourists just love it. I mean, it's the go-to. I mean, and Dubai brings in all those other Middle Eastern countries.
Yeah.
So some of them never have seen snow before, right? So you have people that are coming from, Bahrain or, Iran. Actually, Iran, they have snow. In Lebanon, they have snow. So that's not true. But you have some people from like Qatar that have never seen snow.
Wow.
So they're all excited. Egypt.
What's the sea out there where you can float in it?
Ooh, the Dead Sea.
Have you been to the Dead Sea?
Yes, many times. I love Jordan.
What's that like?
Oh, it's amazing.
My cousin just got married in Jordan last summer.
Really?
Loved
and
it.
you didn't go?
Yeah, I didn't.
Why?
I'm not going on a flight for 14 hours, and I couldn't afford it at the time either. It was just... I couldn't get there.
You didn't call Julie K.
Yeah, I should have called
God, you gotta call me. Oh God, no, I love Jordan. Jordan's, I think it has this beauty about it, and it's enchanting. Like, I can honestly say, like, I don't know if you're spiritual, I don't know your religious beliefs, but Jordan has, like, something has walked there, if that makes sense. Like, it's just like there's something there when you go to the Dead Sea, when you have, those experiences. If you go to Petra.
What's Petra?
Petra is, if I'm saying it's a city that was built in the stone. So it's kind of it's a historical site. It's called Petra. It's outside. It's about a 2-hour drive from the Dead Sea. But Petra is where these Bedouins, Jordanian Bedouins live. I
don't know what the hell you're talking about right now.
I know. See, that's why we need like wine and like coffee doesn't cut when you speak with me. Anyways, you need to go to Jordan.
I got to go to Jordan?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
you got to do Petra.
I have a family member in Jordan now, so now I guess I can go.
Oh, yes, you definitely should.
So you can actually float on this sea. You don't sink.
Yeah.
You just lay there and float.
You lay there and float.
And it's really salty.
Yeah, it stings. If you can't get it like anywhere near your face, like it burns. And if you have any cuts, like anything, if you have cuts on your body, or like girls that just shave their legs.
Really?
Ooh, good luck. Like if you have any open, like, because it literally dries your whole skin out. It feels amazing. I don't recommend to go in there like every day.
Yeah.
But definitely.
Salt's good for your skin, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. It definitely helps like purify and detox and... Yeah, 100%. Like this sage, yeah, totally.
I like that you said that something's walked there in Jordan. I don't know what that means, but I like the way I like how you said it. I
know.
Something's walked there.
Yeah, spiritually, like you get a vibe. Yeah, like, because I think in the Western world, like we're kind of disconnected to that kind of what happened, like, all the history in Europe and everything has kind of happened in that Middle East, that region. Mm-hmm. There's so much history there, and you really get a sense of it. No matter what your religious beliefs, like I was born Catholic, and it really kind of reignited my beliefs.
Really?
Because I got to go and see it firsthand. I think if you can go to church here Sunday and you read about it, or they preach about it, but when you actually go and walk where these people have actually said that they've walked, like, it's pretty intense.
Do they have one of those praying mosques? Is that what? Am I using the word mosque correctly? Where a bunch of people go and they take their shoes off and they pray?
Oh yes, they have those. I mean, in the country of Jordan, they have like Christianity, Muslim, which Muslims go to mosque. Their holy day is like Friday, and they would go and pray. They have 5 prayers a day. 5 prayers a day? Yeah.
How long do you have to pray for?
It ranges. It's not very long. It's not a very long. It's not like mass. If you're used to like Catholic or that's like an hour, but they go and they have different prayers that they do. Wow. The call to prayer it's all around. You can hear it.
I guess that could be relaxing if you get 5 opportunities a day to shut your eyes.
Each one means a certain thing.
Really?
Yeah. There's like each prayer, each time of day. Huh. Yeah. I don't want to it's very...
You don't want to talk about it because you don't know too much about it. You don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah. I know like the JITs because of being and working for the United Arab Emirates. Yeah. They teach us about, like we have to be... And they teach us all about different cultures and like how if I have somebody from a certain region, how to address them. So there's definitely... They teach us like a crash course in this.
Was there like a praying room on these Emirates flights?
Yes. So they're not on board, but depending on the aircraft, so when you have like these screens, like the television screens, they have where Mecca is located at all times. So when they have these, say, call to prayers, when they're supposed to go 5 times a day, they will then... There was on like the screen, the television screens, you can find the direction of where Mecca is. So they would pray in the direction of Mecca, which sometimes could be in my trolley cart. And I've like hit people.
With their head down?
Because they'll do it in like by the emergency exits, and they'll put like maybe a blanket down or something that they can use to kind of take pressure off their knees. And I forgot sometimes. And like we travel, like I've done like ultra long hauls. So like 18-hour flights, the cabin's dim. I'm doing maybe like the mid service, and I've just taken someone right out with my cart.
Wow.
Yeah, like ran them over. Yeah. I was like, oh God, I forgot. Call to prayer.
If you were not a flight attendant, people would not know that. That's the high button for you.
Exactly.
There you go.
There you go. I love it here. So yeah, this is awesome though. I love your setup, by the way.
Thanks.
I'm loving it. I like
chair.
your vibe. I like this chair though.
Do you?
Yeah, I really do. It's very comfortable.
We're a big Lazy Boy family here. My dad's birthday was yesterday. He got a new Lazy Boy. That's his old one. Oh. So I was like, all right, well, I'm taking it and I'm going to put it down here.
How old is your dad?
52, 51, 53.
Oh my God, they had you young. God.
They had me when they were 25.
Wow.
Young parents.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Not bad.
That's good for you though. I have kind of some old, like they're not older, but they're in their 60s.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a friendship that's been built over the past like 10 years because we're just I'm more mature, I guess you could say.
Yeah, really you do get a new relationship with your parents when you get older.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's nice.
So,
I know. God, I don't know where to go after this. Talking about Mecca. Good old Mecca. Good old Mecca at the... Goodness. But yeah, another thing I think people should do is travel. Because then you'll never know, what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And take yourself outside your comfort zone. That's like where I believe the magic happens.
I believe that as well.
Yeah. So you're coming to Jordan?
Let's not jump to conclusion here.
We should do the podcast in the Dead Sea.
Yeah, I'm sure the microphones would do well in the Dead Sea. Yeah,
I'm sure we could get something. They must have something.
Waterproof them?
Yeah.
I'm really clumsy, so I do always have a lot of cuts on myself, so I don't think I would do well in the Dead Sea. I'd sting myself like...
Put the mud on. Rub the mud.
The mud?
Yeah.
Where's the mud coming from?
It's just everywhere. It's coming from the bottom, and then everybody puts the mud on them.
Is there sand or is it mud? Like
mud.
So there's no sand?
Not really. It's very rocky around the edges.
If there's one thing I have against the beach, it's the sand because it gets everywhere. I hate the sand.
I know, right? My dad, like when we were growing up, like if we went to the beach and there was like literally a drop of sand, he'd be like, that's it, pulling this car over.
Yeah.
I hear you. Oh, I know, sand. But hey, whatever. It happens though.
There you go.
Yeah. So maybe the Dead Sea would work for you though.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I am interested about going over to that part of the world. My dad's been to Afghanistan. He's been to the war, and he's been over there, and like the real deal.
Wow.
And he says,
incredible.
other than the war and the terrorism, it's a beautiful place.
I know. They're beautiful people too.
Yeah. He says it's an amazing place to go. Just culture shock, but you don't become shocked. You just fall in love with it, he says.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's definitely a part I want to get to.
Yeah, definitely. The people over there, I was treated with like, everybody kind of asked me these questions like, oh, were you treated like, as a woman, were you treated with respect? And I was like, very much so.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't change. There's certain things that I had to bite my tongue about. Some men, especially when I went from like working for Emirates and then working as an event producer and like manager, I kind of shifted careers over there. So when I was starting out, some men at meetings would not want to shake my hand when I entered the room, or, not really make eye contact with me, depending on, because women, they don't want to discuss, like they would rather deal with a male counterpart than a female.
So they look down upon you?
I don't think they look down. I just, it's just culturally they're not used to a woman being in that position.
Okay.
I mean, it's like they're not used to having that type of custom.
Yeah.
Women, I mean, are still supposed to be having babies and stay at home and take care and for the family. They make the money, and that's kind of that old mentality.
It's still there.
Yeah, it's definitely all over that neck of the woods. Yeah.
I want to talk about event planning a little bit.
Ooh. You planning an event?
I want to plan it. Like, I want to start throwing parties here at the High Button, because we got a good fan base going, and
I know, I love it.
To get everyone together and host concerts and things like that. I know a lot of artists in the city, so I feel like it's a thing that I want to do.
I know you had Quake on here, or Matt Arab.
Yeah, Quake Matt, whatever, a good friend of mine. That's another guy who I'd love to.
I know.
Come with the parties and things like that. Anyways, event planning. It seems like your head has to be able to spin 360 degrees, because you have to manage so many people. You have to manage people's money. You have to manage people's expectations. It just seems like a lot of managing. What's like the biggest learning curve about event managing? Or planning an event, whatever the hell you want to. I don't know what to call it. I'm sure.
No, it's good though.
Whatever.
No, there's a lot that you have to kind of take into consideration. And the thing is, at the end of the day, it's the clients. Like whatever they want, you have to just produce. Even though you might see it like it could be done this way, or you could look better this way, or we could use. You have to just really just be like, at the end of the day, you have a vision, and I have to make it come alive, regardless of maybe. Like, I think that was the biggest learning thing. Like, I kind of thought like, no, you should do it this way, and this way is like, my way is the best way. But no, it's not. Like, it's the client. It's your day. It's your event.
You're just there to suggest things.
Yes, exactly. I'm a suggester. Yeah.
Do you ever take into consideration people's tolerance level? Like, you demanding things of people, like, listen, I need you to do this at this time, this certain way.
Yeah.
I have a trouble with that, telling people like what to do. Do you ever have that difficulty?
Yeah, I mean, you have to have difficult conversations.
Yeah.
I always lie to my suppliers and tell them to arrive like a half hour before they actually should be there, because I always know that they're going to be late.
Yeah.
Or they're stuck in traffic, or I don't know. There's always something.
Yeah.
And when I was event managing in the Middle East, I always used to get this from like my Arab cult, like they would always say like inshallah, which is like in God's time, and then I'd be like, no, you can't inshallah me right now.
What does that mean?
It like means like if God willing, like if I come there, I'll be like, you're coming at 7, and they're like, oh, inshallah, like I might come, I might not. Like you're like, no. Like I always tell people, sorry, I'm Julie, I have OCD. Lovely to meet you, but this event has to be perfect, and you have to be there. So I don't care if you have a broken leg, like you're here. Like I don't care. Like if you have to crawl here, get here.
Yeah, I feel like you have to have that certain oomph.
Yeah, and you have to like joke about it. Like you have to be kind of like, okay, guys, like listen.
Yeah.
Like someone always has to be the bitch, and I play that role very well.
Have you ever scheduled people to like hang from the ceiling on one of those like?
Oh, the Cirque du Soleil, like.
Yeah, have you ever scheduled one of those? What's it like? How long are they allowed to be up there until they get a break?
Well, it depends, like entertainers, you kind of hire them for each set.
Okay.
So they'll do like so many songs or so many different dances.
And then they just switch?
Yeah, they'll like move from maybe one post to another, depending on if they come out for, a 20-minute act, and then they'll have like a break, and then they'll go back out for another 20 minutes.
Okay.
So you kind of have that flow.
Okay.
You don't want to have someone up there for like 2 hours.
Well, that was my thought.
She'll be up there.
Yeah, I've been to an event where there was people hanging from the ceiling just dancing.
Yeah.
On a rope essentially, and I'm just like, how long do they have to be up there for until they get a break?
Oh yeah, there's definitely breaks in corporate.
They get a break?
Yeah, in Canada there's breaks. Middle East, no.
No breaks in the Middle East. No. Well, the event was in Canada, so they were down quickly.
In the Middle East, there's no such thing as like a union or like,
nothing like that.
No. You're a slave over there. You're like,
no.
Yeah. You work.
That's all work and nothing.
Yeah. So Canada is completely different.
Yeah.
Like they have like rules and regulations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some over there, not so much. But
what do you do for alcohol in Dubai? Because you're not allowed to have alcohol in Dubai, are you?
Yeah, no, it's how they do alcohol is they have it at like hotels. So they deem like all these kind of hotels on international land. So you can have a drink at like the beautiful like Hilton or Sofitel, the Shangri-La. So that's where alcohol's served. Okay. But then you're not allowed to have it like outside. And if you want to have alcohol in your home, I had to get a certain license so to apply.
How much does that cost?
It's like 120 dirhams. So that's like 35, depending on the exchange rate right now.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but then you have to wait for it in the mail. You have to go take a photo. It has like a photo ID. It's like getting your driver's license, essentially.
Do people really stick to that license to drink in your home, or people just disobey it and drink anyways?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that disobey it. Yeah, of course. I mean, you have that you have that everywhere in the world, people breaking the law, but there's no drugs in the Middle East.
No marijuana
in UAE. No.
Do people do like cocaine in clubs or anything like that? Like it's not.
No, zero. So that's why it's like people are like alcoholics. So people go like the opposite extreme. I find over there, really? They'll like go like, because you can't get like these street drugs, which is like what you just said, like anything like Molly, nothing. Like you get none of that. And if you see somebody doing it, it's just, I've never seen it. But I've heard like through grapevines and things like that, like you just have nothing to do with it.
I wonder why,
because there's just zero tolerance, and you'll be locked away.
Yeah, like I feel like they scare the public. If you do get caught with it, the punishment will just not be worth it.
Exactly. It's just totally not worth it. And I would just, and that's another thing. Like when you go to someone's like I'm seeing on the news right now, this girl in Thailand was like vandalizing something, and she's Canadian. It's like, you have to do like when you leave, your Canadian soil, like you have to take into consideration, like you're not in Kansas anymore. You know what I mean? Like literally, but like you can't do that. No. So when I first arrived, I did like everything. I got like the alcohol license, and
you just got it out of the way.
Yeah, so I had it.
Good.
And then I just had like, I could buy duty free and take it and have wine in my home, but I mean, people though drink without it. So, but yeah, it's a beautiful place though. I mean, people you gotta see it, I think. Definitely.
Seen pictures. It looks beautiful. They're building land like on the ocean through sand.
Yeah.
They're building islands off the coast of it, manufacturing hotels on these islands.
It's total, like they have the money and they have the resources and they have the laborers. They can just
booming.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I love and I miss about over there, is because they have such a vision, and they just don't have to go to like council members and then like go to the city hall, and then you got to go and get another, like you got to talk to this, like it's just too much here. Nothing gets done. And then over there they're like, boom, let's build it, let's go, what's next. Let's go.
Exactly.
They're very they have that forward thinking.
It's incredible.
Yes. But then you have like, women's rights, or like there's gay right. Like you're like, okay. So like you have this weird, that's why I always kind of find I straddle this different headspace, because like I'm used to like the Canadian way, and then Middle Eastern, I respect it. I understand their vision. And then I have my beautiful husband and fiance who's like South African, and that's a whole different
Well, that's good.
Set of rules and regulations down in Africa.
I think it's good to be exposed to all three cultures, especially a profession you're in, to be able to deal with people from 3 different cultures and have the skill set that you have. I think a lot of people could benefit from that.
Yeah. And to be like that person's actually just saying something because that's their cult. Like, I don't take things personal because unfortunately these people maybe don't understand or have never been exposed to things. So yeah. I think a big key to that is that you don't take anything personal. I like that you said that. A lot of people, I was definitely younger. I took things a lot personal and had a tough time with negative criticism. But as you get older, you just start to realize that everyone's full of shit. Everyone's negative. Everyone's totally. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. And if you're able to obtain that, I think that you'll be okay. Yeah, no, that's the key. Yeah. I definitely agree with you on that. Yeah. No, for sure. And not take things too personal. And criticism sometimes is like a blessing. Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely. And being an entrepreneur, I mean, you get shot down every day. I get rejected all the time. Me too. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we're rejected. Woo! Join the club. Yeah. It's so much fun to get rejected. As soon as you get rejected, then you'll get accepted. You got to be rejected so many times. But that hurts, and people don't know. Like, people would rather play it safe than have that exposure. Yeah. And you got to put yourself out there. Like, I love your videos. I love what you just did. Like, you were out there on the streets when it was like, last week you were doing like medical marijuana or not medical marijuana. It's legal now. It's like cannabis. Like legal, it's allowed. Medical marijuana. All of the above. I love it. You were out there talking to the public. I love it. Thanks. I definitely, I applaud people that can do stuff like that because it takes a lot. People will write comments or they'll say something like you look ridiculous or like you know, except you posted something and like you didn't turn around. Like there was a news reporter and like you turned. Oh yeah. What was going on there? He was saying something. It was CTV. It was live news and they were pointing to me saying that I was the first buyer of the legal marijuana when really I was just trying to interview the real first guy. And then I turned around and he was pointing at me and he was like, whoa, not me. I know. Nonetheless. But yeah, I enjoy doing it. It's really the only thing I'm good at is talking to people. Yeah. I feel people focus on things that they're not good at and try to become better. The things I'm bad at, I don't even focus on. I know what I'm good at and I focus on that and then I just go balls to the wall with it. I feel like all entrepreneurs do that. If you spend time trying to fix things that are just not going to come to fruition, I just think that's a waste of time. So I'm good at talking to people. I'm good at interviewing people. I'm good at giving people a laugh. So that's all I do. Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? What about you? Do you have any other ventures that you want to get into? Do you have any other interest maybe that you want to look into the next 10 years, 5 years, a year, whatever it may be? Yeah, definitely. Like what? Oh, goodness. Fashion. Well, I shouldn't jump to conclusion. No, I mean, there's so much, that I want to get into. Like I have the beauty, I'm a beauty supplier. Okay. So my mom owns a spa. Oh, Bedford. My job's the manicures. Nice. Yeah. Oh, is that okay? Very nice. Yeah. So I supply like their type of, I would supply to your mom's salon kind of thing. So that's what I do. So I love beauty. I love public speaking. I've started recently like comedy. Did you? Yeah, I did. I think it's hilarious. That's another side of Julie. I'm just being like very, very on point today, but there is like, I have very different, I think, like, again, when you are an entrepreneur, you have to get comfortable putting yourself out there. And nowadays with like social and video, you have to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. So I just wanted to try comedy. Good for you. Because it's good for public speaking. I got a lot of things to pull from because I've traveled so many destinations around the world. Seen a lot of culture. Exactly. That I just have to, it's a creative outlet. So definitely more public speaking, more online. I'm a vegan. So like I definitely have this like approach with, like eating right and how to have a balanced lifestyle. So I don't know, the sky's the limit. I'm for anything and more podcasts. Like this is awesome. What's your favorite vegan dish? Oh, what, like that I make? Yeah. That I make at home. I'm obsessed. This is so weird. I've never used to eat cauliflower growing up. Like that to me was like a foreign. I didn't know what that was, cauliflower. And now I make like cauliflower soup all the time. How do you make that? So you buy a head of cauliflower, go get almond milk. I get original. So like I get Silk brand.
Okay.
Then I cut up the cauliflower.
Okay.
Dump the whole like 2 liters of almond milk in the pot.
Okay.
Then you cut up a whole onion. I get white onion.
Okay.
Put the onion, cut it up, shred it, and then let it boil. Make it get soft. Okay, nice and soft. Add like salt, pepper. I don't know. I add some spices, depending whatever I have in my pantry. And then I get like a hand grind. Do you know like those hand grinders?
Oh yeah, my mom has one.
Yeah. And then you just like puree it.
Okay.
And it's like, and then I have, it's
Salt,
heaven.
pepper.
Salt and pepper. It's amazing. Like I was a chicken fingers and fries girl. Like, I ate that probably 8 times a day. Like I don't know what happened to me.
Wow.
And me to even like go to like the produce or like vegetable section.
Yeah.
Like my mom still can't get over this. Like she's like, what the heck happened to you?
What did happen to you?
I don't know. Well, actually I do know. It was like the most amazing thing that ever happened to me, but it was it's been like a 2-year journey with like my health. And just making, like, I wasn't feeling right. Like after the years of flying and traveling, like I travel all the time. So I definitely have to make sure that my body is like, I don't think people realize that like sleep and like what you eat really plays a factor of your well-being.
Time management seems like a lot when it comes to becoming like a vegan or vegetarian, because you have to cook a lot. Am I accurate with that?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, now I think in the beginning, like you're so confused.
Yeah.
Like it's really confusion. Like your whole world's turned upside down. But now I know like like where I can go. And like now I have it down to like a pattern.
Yeah.
But I do eat out lots. I eat out like at least 3 or 4 times a week, and then I cook the rest.
I don't think I could ever go vegan, vegetarian maybe, but
yeah,
I just love meat. Like
I know.
It's just thinking about today not being able to have a ham sandwich. Like I'm just like, I need I know. I don't know.
You're the worst.
It's tough.
I know. I was the same way. Like I said, I eat chicken fingers and fries.
I love chicken fingers and fries.
I know, right?
I know.
Like I know. And I used to eat bacon and eggs like
I love bacon.
every day.
Eggs are vegan, right?
No, dairy. I know. You need like a crash course in like veganism.
Yeah, I gotta do some research.
Don't worry about it. It's a lot. Like I don't want to, like when I first went vegan, I was like preaching like all the time. I felt like I was that person on the street corner, like vegan. Preaching. And then I was like, well, then I went in a phase and I was like, I don't care what people eat. Like you can do whatever you want. And like, yeah. So then now I'm kind of like finding a balance. Like I want to like still like not tell people what to do because they're never going to listen. So now I just like lead by example and like look fabulous. And people ask me like, what do you do? Like, what is it? I'm like, I'm vegan, babe. Like I look amazing because
there you go. Vegan.
Vegan shout out. So.
People listening, you want to look better, vegan food.
Well, it's just like good weight management and like
feel good, look good. Feel
good. And like I've done a couple different diets before I did vegan and just the whole kind of I had like a fog, like sleeping wasn't like people underestimate, but like I can sleep 6-7 hours like and not wake up. Like I'm a very good sleeper now.
Wow.
I can fall asleep very fast.
I can never fall asleep.
Right. And see, that was myself as well. Like I was eating all these like wrong acidy foods that were contributing to like my whole kind of rhythm of my body.
Wise words.
Oh yeah, there we go. We're getting deep here, but but everybody's different, and you have to find your own approach. So I always try to I don't want to
force your ways on people.
Yeah, I get it. Like, look, I was brought up here. I'm an East Coaster. I grew up on the same diet as you.
No more lobster.
No more. I don't eat anything from the ocean.
Salmon, haddock.
Nothing. I gave all of it up.
Crab.
Yeah, because I'm worried of where where they come from. Like everything, our oceans, it's a different time that we live in.
It is.
Like, what they put into the sea itself, and then what they put into the animals. It's always, I don't know. It's different. That's a whole other ball game. But I definitely, when you ask me what I feel like doing in the next 10 years, I definitely, but again, living a more, that kind of, people say I'm not into I want to get more into meditation. I don't know if you do that. Do you do meditation?
I do it sometimes in the mornings. I do.
Right? Do you enjoy, how does it feel?
I don't enjoy it. I enjoy after it. Like, it sucks closing your eyes for 20 minutes. I have trouble with it, but when I do it and I'm done with it, it feels incredible.
Right.
I just feel energetic. I feel clear-headed. I feel like I'm ready to tackle the day. I don't like doing it in the afternoons or at night times. I feel like it's a waste, but when I do it in the morning, when I wake up before I shower or something, I like it.
No, it is. So I definitely believe in that as well. Like getting your mind, and you see though, like if you, I don't know if you listen to different podcasts with, I mean, what is it? Tony Robbins, he's always meditating. Like they're always
crazy.
Yeah. Like he can go and I mean, you there's something to be said about like doing that. So I am still kind of working on it.
I just need to be more consistent with it.
I know, right?
That's all it is.
I know.
If you're more consistent with it, the better you become at it.
Yeah.
We're coming up on an hour here.
I know.
We're going to wrap it up.
Let's wrap.
Do you want to say anything? Say hi to your friends, your family. Maybe talk about an event that you're doing. I feel like the last minute is your minute. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. You can say hi to your fiance.
Oh, hello, honey. Oh, yes. No, I don't know. Now I'm like getting shot.
No, just do it. If you don't want to say anything, you don't have to.
No, I just want to say it to my fellow entrepreneurs. Like, I just want to say, if there's a girl or little boy out there that doesn't want to go by like the rules of like university or, you know, different path, like I'm just applauding to those people that are entrepreneurs and my fellow entrepreneurs, and to go outside your comfort zone, because that's where the magic happens in life. To push yourself. But and hi to my family and friends. Nouveau, Julie K Events.
There you go.
There we go. And thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, Julie.
Awesome.
I appreciate it. I enjoyed talking to you. Oh yeah, I was supposed to ask, what are you being for Halloween? Are you dressing up as anything?
Oh, I don't know,
it's
actually.
Like Saturday, or like,
I know.
You don't know?
Who knows? I'm not sure. I have like a couple wigs. I think I'm going to change my hair up.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me know when you figure it out.
I will, for sure.
Right. Everyone that is listening, thank you very much for tuning in to us here at The High Button once again. If you could go to all of our social media outlets, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, SoundCloud, like, comment, subscribe. You know how to do it. Once again, thank you. Julie, thank you.
Woo.
And we're out.
Bye.